Shalom, Yasha Allah is brother Mapathak, right? That'd be key, but in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. And this it's going to be a quick video, just dealing with a point that I brought out in the last lesson. I just want to kind of expound on this precept a little more through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, right? And I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Hamashiach wa Malak Yahushai. That's all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High God, whose name is Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, the Messiah, the Anointed, our King, right? The King of Yasha Allah, Yahushai, right? And I want to dive right into this thing in St. John chapter 12 and verse 42, and it reads, "Nevertheless, among the chief rulers also many believed on Him," right? Speaking about Yahushai. "But because of the Pharisees, they did not confess Him, lest they should be put out of the synagogue," right? So I just wanted to expound on this precept a little more about not being followers of men, right? Not seeking the praise and being glorified by men. You understand? Don't be that brother that sees something different in the scriptures, and yet because your elder or certain brothers in Israel teach it a certain way, or they see it a certain way, and yet the spirit is showing you it's something else, you would rather follow after those men because you don't want to be kicked out of the synagogue, right? So to say, right, on a spiritual level, you don't want to be looked down upon by men. You don't want men to say, yeah, you just don't want men to look down upon you and cast you out of their congregation, or cast you out of the synagogue, or call you a false prophet, whatever it may be. We don't teach that like that, but he teaches it like that, so he's going off, right? You don't want men to tell you that you're going off. Hey, man, you got to follow the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You got to follow the spirit of the Lord. You got to teach what the spirit reveals unto you. Don't just teach whatever another man is teaching because you want to be accepted by that man. You understand? And that's exactly what this account is going into, right? So I just want to expound on this a little more, right? In verse 43 is a heavy one as well. It says, "For they love the praise of men more than the praise of the Most High," right? And you had it was a couple accounts of different men that were like this. They believed in the teachings of Yahushai. They believed in the resurrection. They believed that Yahushai was actually the Messiah and the Son of the Most High, but yet they were scared to express that. They were scared to speak openly about that because they were afraid to be persecuted. They were afraid to be looked down upon. They wanted to be glorified by men, right? And you actually had a man named Nicodemus, right? Let's go into this in John 3. Right, so this is the book of St. John, chapter 3 and verse 1. And it said there was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews, right? And Nicodemus was a ruler amongst the Jews, right? And it says, Salaki, and it says, the same came to Yahushai by night. So this man came to Yahushai by night. And check this out. It says, "It said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from the Most High." And he said, "We." So he was speaking on behalf of the Jews, man. Right? He said, "We know that thou art a teacher come from the Most High. For no man can do these miracles that thou doest, except the Most High God be with them." Right? But the point is, it says the same came to Yahushai by night. So he came to Yahushai by night when no other man knew it, and said, "Hey, we know you're a teacher sent by the Most High God," because it's not possible for a mere man to do these miracles, right? So though he understood Yahushai was the Messiah, he believed and knew in the spirit that Yahushai was the Son of the Most High and a teacher sent from the Most High. He had to come to him by night and confess that. He was scared to be for fear of the Jews, man. He was scared to be looked down upon by men. You understand? Right? So you can see this in the throughout the Gospels. Right, so let's go to John 7, especially in the book of John, right? And let's go to John 7 and verse 40. We can start from 40. We can start from 48. It says, it's John 7 and 48, and it reads, that's not what I want. So like it, bro, with me. Let's go to John 19. Go to John 19. Right, so it's the book of John chapter 19 and verse 38. And it reads, "And after this, Joseph of Arimathea, being a disciple of Yahushai, but secretly for the fear of the Jews," man. So you had a man named Joseph, right? The one who actually buried Yahushai. You understand? It says, He was a disciple of Yahushua, meaning he learned from Yahushua and he believed in the teachings of Yahushua. He followed after the teachings of Yahushua. It says, but, and this is the point, it says, but secretly, right? So he was secretly a disciple of Yahushua. It says, but secretly for the fear of the Jews, right? So he was secretly a disciple of the Yahushua because he feared the Jews, man. You understand? So you don't want to be a secret believer of Yahushua, man, right? You don't want to be a secret believer, right? Yahushua is showing you something through the Spirit, but yet you won't speak on it, or you're gonna believe what men say because you don't want to be looked down upon by your peers. You don't want to be looked down upon by other brothers, right, or by other sisters, man, right? So this is heavy, man. So it says, and after this, I'm going to read it again from the top. And after this, Joseph of Arimathea, being a disciple of Yahushua, but secretly for fear of the Jews, besought Pilate that he might take away the body of Yahushua. And Pilate gave him leave and came therefore and took the body of Yahushua. Right? So, on another level, hey, you might be scared of being persecuted. You might be scared of being locked up, right? You might be scared of being kicked out of your camp, right? Oh, that's you seeking the praise of men more than the praise of the Most High, man. You have to be like I mentioned in the last video, you have to be like Stephen. You have to be willing to die for the truth, man. Strive for the truth unto death, man. Right? Let's go to John 7. Right? Let's go to John. I did one John 7, but I want 12, right? So this John chapter 7 and verse 12, and it reads, and there was much murmuring among the people concerning him, for some said he is a good man. Others said, nay, but he deceiveth the people. So this is how different people believe or looked at Yahushua, I should say. Some said he was a good man, right? And others say, nah, he's deceiving the people. Right, verse 13. Howbeit no man spake openly of him for the fear of the Jews. So a lot of men, they wouldn't even confess Yahushua because they fear the Jews. Right. And that's how a lot of men are today. They won't speak on certain things that they see that's contrary to the scriptures. Right. Because they scared that the other Israelites is going to look at them a certain type of way. Right. They might be teaching whatever it may be. Right. Whatever it may be. But you see it contrary in the scriptures. Right. And yet you're not going to confess that because you're scared they might look at you a certain type of way, man. Right. So you just being a follower of men. You care about the praise of men more than you care about the praise of the Most High, man. You understand? Let's go to John 9. So John in the book of John, you see this a lot, man. You understand? And I'm gonna start from 22 to get the a little bit of context. Right. So this is the book of St. John chapter 9 and verse 22, and it reads, these words spake his parents. I'm gonna start from 21. I'm gonna start from 20. This whole thing is good. I'm gonna start from 19. So okay, bear with me. Right, so this is John chapter 9 and verse 19. It says, and they asked him, saying, is this your son, who ye say was born blind? How then doeth he now see? His parents answered them and said, we know that this is our son, and that he was born blind, but by what means he now seeth we know not, or who have opened his eyes we know not. He is of age, ask him, he shall speak for himself. Right, now check this out. It says, these words spake his parents because they feared the Jews. For the Jews had agreed already that if any man did confess that he was Yahushua, he shall be put out of the synagogue. Right, so you constantly see this. A lot of the Jews, they fear to confess their true beliefs. You understand, their true belief in Yahushua in this context, but in the spirit, it could represent anything you may see or believe in the scriptures. Right, because Yahushua is the word of God, man. So a lot of people, they might see a doctrine a certain type of way, but yet they won't challenge brothers amongst them, or they won't challenge certain elders because they're scared to be cast out of the congregation. They're scared to be looked down upon by men, right? Instead of following after what the Spirit is showing them, they want to follow after what their elders are saying, man. They want to be accepted by other men instead of being accepted by the Most High God, right? So when you go into John and you kind of read these accounts, you got to read them in the spirit and actually understand how deep they actually are, man, how they apply to today, right? So it says, so, hey, man, don't be afraid if you see something different in the scriptures to ask a certain elder or ask a certain brother that might be a leader of your congregation. Hey, I don't see this in the scriptures, man. Right? Hey, yeah, you got to put everybody on trial, man. The Lord said, try the spirit by the spirit, roughly paraphrasing, right? In 1 John 4:1. I believe I brought that out in the last video as well, man. Hey, you got to try all spirits, man. Hey, you can't care about, hey, if you had to care about how long somebody been so-called serving the Lord, hey, then the Pharisees should have never been questioned, because they were so-called supposed to be mighty men of the Lord. But yeah, Yahweh Shai came on the scene and put them on trial, man. Right? And they were found to be liars, man. So how much more today? Right? Somebody might be an elder, might have been in this thing for damn 50 years, man. Right? It might have been teaching, bringing it out mighty for 10 years, whatever it may be. But you still got to put that brother on trial. That's if you see something contrary in the scriptures to what they're teaching. Right? You don't have to make yourself an underling to a fool, man. Right? You got to put everybody on trial, man. Right? This is a spiritual ministry. This is not carnal. Right? So you got to, hey, you're supposed to be trying to follow after the spirit. So if the spirit is showing you something different, hey, ask somebody. And that brother might be able to show you in the scriptures, no, this is why it makes sense. Hey, and if it makes sense to you, that's what it is, man. But if it doesn't, you continue to pray on it, and you continue to try to follow after what the spirit is showing you, not just blindly follow after man. You understand? Right? So this is actually heavy. So I'm going to read on. It says, so his parents were afraid that if they said that they believed, they would be put out of the synagogue. And it says, verse 24, then again called they the man that was blind and said unto him, give the Most High God the praise. We know that this man is a sinner. Right? And they speaking about Yahushua, because Yahushua healed this man and he was blind. And he was blind since his birth. And it says, he answered and said, whether he be a sinner or no, I know not. One thing I know, that whereas I was blind, now I see. So he said, whether Yahushua is a sinner or not, right, which obviously he isn't. He said, man, I don't know, because he didn't really know. But he said, man, all I know is this man helped me of my blindness. Right? Verse 26, it says, then said they to him again, what did he to thee? How opened he thine eyes? He answered them, I have told you already, and ye did not hear. Right? Because the damn Pharisees, they were stiff-necked, man. He said, I told you already, and y'all not listening. Right? It says, wherefore will ye hear it again? Right? If I say it again, is y'all gonna hear it this time? It says, will you also be his disciples, and will y'all unfollow his teachings? It says, then they reviled him and said, thou art his disciple, but we are Moses' disciples. We know that the Most High is speaking to Moses. As for this fellow, we know not from whence he is, man. Right? It says, the man answered and said unto them, why herein is a marvelous thing, that ye know not from whence he is, and yet he have opened my eyes. Right? And that's on a spiritual level and on a carnal level, because this man was actually blind. But on a spiritual level, the Lord literally opened his eyes, man. On a spiritual level, man. Right? Woke him up to the truth. And it says, now we know that the Most High heareth not sinners, but if any man be a worshiper of the Most High, the Most High, and doeth his will, him he heareth. Since the world began, was it not heard that any man opened the eyes of one that was born blind? So this man was in the spirit. He like, man, we ain't never hear about any man opening the eyes of the blind, man. Y'all want to tell me this man is not of the Most High? So he has spiritual discernment, and that's something that the Pharisees, the wicked Pharisees, I should say, they lack. Right? And it says, if this man were not of the Most High, he could do nothing, man. Right? He said, if Yahushua is not of the Most High, he can do nothing, man. Right? And it says, and they answered and said unto him, thou wast altogether born in sins, and doest thou teach us? And they cast him out. Right? So he was cast out of the synagogue. And that's what a lot of our forefathers, they feared. Right? They feared if they believed in Yahushua, they would be cast out of the synagogues. And they didn't want that. You understand? So a lot of them just hearkened unto the commandments of men. They hearkened unto whatever the Pharisees said, because they were fearful of being casted out of the synagogues. You understand? Right? Let's go to Acts 7 real fast. Right? So that's super heavy, man. Don't be afraid to put every man on trial in this thing, man. Hey, brothers is not Yahushua, man. So don't be afraid to put brothers on trial, man. If the spirit is showing you something different, hey, man, you put brothers on trial, man. Right? That's what the Lord did. That's what the Lord came on the scene and literally did to the Pharisees, man. He put them all on trial, and he confounded all of them every time, man. And they try to put Yahushua on trial, and Yahushua left them confounded. Right? So you got to put man on trial. Don't just blindly follow after man. Don't seek the praise and the acceptance of man. Right? Because in this truth, the Lord said you're going to be hated, man. Right? So stand on the truth, man. Right? You got to stand on the truth. You got to be willing to die because you're standing on the truth, man. Right? And I want to bring this out in Acts 7. This whole thing is good. I'm gonna bring this out and so like, hey, bro, with me. I'm gonna start from 51, right? So this Acts 7:51, it says, "Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised and hardened ears, you do always resist the Holy Spirit, as your father did, so do ye." And that's what the Pharisees were doing, the wicked Jews. They resisted the Holy Spirit. They resisted the truth, man. Right? When Yahushua was knocking at the door, they didn't open up, man. Right? Those who have an ear, let them hear. Right? And it says, "Which other prophets have not your fathers persecuted? And they have slain them, which showed before of the coming of the just one, and of whom ye have been now the betrayers and murderers," right? And the just one is speaking about Yahushua, "who have received the law by the disposition of angels and have not kept it. And when they heard these things, they were cut to the heart, and they gnashed on him with their teeth." So Stephen was getting on him, man. Stephen didn't give a damn about being cast out of the synagogue. Stephen didn't give a damn about being put to death, man. He spoke in the spirit of the Lord, man. He spoke about Yahushua, man. Right? He spoke about his beliefs. He didn't care about what other men felt about it, man. And he did that unto death. Right, verse 55, and it says, "But he, being full of the Holy Spirit, looked up steadfastly into heaven and saw the glory of the Most High, and Yahushua standing on the right hand of the Most High." Right, and when he was about to be put to death, the Most High God put such a heavy spirit on him that he was able to see the Most High God sitting on his throne and seeing Yahushua on the right hand side of him. And said, "Behold, I see the heavens open and the Son of Man standing on the right hand of the Most High." Then they cried out with a loud voice and stopped their ears and ran upon him with one accord. And they cast him out of the city and stoned him. And the witnesses laid down their clothes at a young man's feet, whose name was Saul. And they stoned Stephen, calling upon the Most High, saying, "Lord Yahushua, receive my spirit." And he kneeled down and cried with a loud voice, "Lord, lay not this sin to their charge." And when he had said this, he fell asleep, man. Right? And he was so heavily in the spirit that he even asked the Lord, "Hey, Lord," they basically he telling the Lord, they don't know what they doing, man. Don't lay this sin to their charge, man. That's how much in the spirit he was. Right? And the point is, Stephen stood on what he believed in, even unto death, man. He didn't just hearken unto the commandments of men. He didn't just hearken unto whatever the Jews and the chief priests and the Pharisees was saying, man. Right? He stood on what he believed in. He didn't care about being cast out of the synagogue. He didn't care about being put to death, man. Right? He stood on his belief in Yahushua, man. And that's how we got to be in these last days. Don't seek after the praise of man. Seek after the praise of the Most High, man. Right? And I'm going to get one more precept and I'm going to close out. I just wanted to expound on that because it was weighing heavy on my spirit. Because that John 12:42 is a heavy account, man. Right? Don't just be in this thing blindly following after man. Don't just seek the praise of man. Don't just be that brother, "Oh, this is the doctrine we teaching? Okay, we're teaching it." And you never went into the scriptures and even... That's not even what you really believe, man. You never even studied it. But just because your elder say that's what it is, you're following after your elder. Just because a brother saying that's what it is, you're following after a brother. Just because your favorite teacher saying that's what it is, you're just blindly following them, man. But you're not really going into the scriptures, man. Right? You're not really studying to show yourself approved. That's literally what Paul told Timothy. And he was speaking to us in the spirit as well. But that's what he told Timothy. He said, study to show yourself approved, rightly dividing the word of truth, man. Right? Let's bring that out, man. That's a classic precept, but we're going to bring it out. Right? So this 1 Timothy 2:15, it says, Salakia, I want 2 Timothy. Salakia. 2 Timothy 2. In verse 15, it reads, "Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High." So you have to study to show yourself approved unto the Most High. It says, "A workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." And that's how you're going to rightly divide the word of truth. By studying to show yourself approved, man. Not just blindly listening to whatever a man say. Right? This is how my congregation breaks it down. So I'm going to listen to my congregation. My favorite congregation. My favorite elder. But what about Yahushua, man? You never went into the scriptures to see what Yahushua actually said, man. You're just blindly following men, right? That's off, man. Right? And this is what the Lord said as well. Let's go to Proverbs 25. This Proverbs 25 and verse 2, it says, "It is the glory of the Most High to conceal a thing, but the honor of kings is to search out a matter." And a true king in the spirit, he's going to search out a matter himself, man. Right? You're going to go into the scriptures and search that thing out, man. Right? You're going to pray that the Lord increase your wisdom. You're going to pray that the Lord give you the understanding of whatever it may be that you don't have the understanding of, that you're stuck on, man. Right? You're going to pray to the Lord. The Lord gives wisdom liberally, man. Right? And I'm going to get 2 more. Let's get Psalms 118 and verse 8. Right? So it's just a lesson to all brothers and sisters in this thing, man. Because when you first come into this thing, you kind of learning, you kind of got a congregation that you hearken unto, a certain teacher, and you listen to them break it down, and you taking what they say, you know what I'm saying? But you got to open up that Bible and really go into it and put every man on trial, man. You got to put everybody on trial, man. Right? And that's commended by the Lord. Like we read about in Acts 17 and verse 11. Those in Berea were more noble than those in Thessalonica because they received the word with readiness of mind. And they searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so. Roughly paraphrasing, man. You understand? And that was noted in the scriptures for a reason. Everything in the scriptures was written for our learning. So that was noted in the scriptures for a reason. These men were given were praised for that, man, for the fact that they went into the scriptures and studied whether those things were so, man. They didn't just blindly hearken unto the what men were teaching. So this is Psalms 118 and verse 8, and it reads, "It is better to trust in the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, than to put confidence in man." Right? So remember always, it's better to trust in the Lord than to put your confidence in man. Right? That's a deep scripture, man. Right? And that's plain. It's always, it's better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. You can't get by that. Right? So always trust in the Lord. Right? The Lord is showing you something. Don't go against that, man. That's pretty much how it was with Nicodemus and the other Jews that believed in Yahushua. The Lord put the Spirit on them to even believe in the Son, man. Right? Because the only men that could come unto the Son, they had to be ordained by the Father to even come unto the Son, man. Right? And you read about that in the book of Matthew, man. Right? I don't remember the exact precept. But, hey, only those that were preordained by the Father can come unto the Son. Right? So for Nicodemus and those other Jews to believe in Yahushua, it was because the Lord put the Spirit on them too, man. Right? So when the Lord put the Spirit on you to have a certain understanding or see things a certain type of way, don't just ignore that and be like, "But this is what my elder said, man." The Lord don't give a damn about your what your elder is saying, man. If he's teaching you something different, man. Right? Certain brothers gonna get revelations that other brothers just don't get, man. You understand? And we can read about that in Matthew chapter 16 and verse 13. When Peter knew that Yahushua was the Son of God, but everybody else thought he was just Jeremiah or Elijah or somebody. But he said, "Hey, flesh and blood did not reveal that unto you, but my Father which is in heaven." So you might get a revelation that another brother just can't understand. You understand? So I'm going to bring this out and I'm going to close out through the Spirit. Right? So this Proverbs 29 and verse 25, and it reads, "The fear of man bringeth a snare." Right? And that's a snare unto you when you fear how a man might look at you. You understand? Or you worried about the praise of man. That becomes a snare unto you. But what if I say I see this in the scriptures and this man, he looks down on me? Right? What if I say I don't see that doctrine and they start to look down on me and they kick me out of the camp and they say I can't come around anymore? Hey, that's a snare unto you, man. Do you want to serve the Most High God, or do you care about the acceptance of men? Right? So this Proverbs 29 verse 25 again from the top, it says, "The fear of man bringeth a snare, but whoso putteth his trust in the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, shall be safe," man. But if you put your trust in the Lord, you're gonna always be safe, man. Right? Man can't do nothing for you, man. Everything is of the Lord, man. Put your trust in the Lord. Don't put your trust in man. Right? So Lord willing, this is edifying through the Spirit. I just feel like this is a important topic to touch on in the Spirit, because I understand, like, when you first come into this truth, you see certain things being taught, and you see certain how the elders of Bible call it, like, certain popular doctrines. Right? And you just want to hearken unto them. Oh, this is what everybody else is teaching. This is what everybody else is doing. Right? But yet you don't see that in the scriptures, and you just blindly follow after it. You understand? And next thing you know, you're just leading yourself down a damn snare, man. Right? Because you're blindly following after man. You're not following after what the Spirit is actually showing you. Right? So, yeah, so I just wanted to bring this out to the Spirit. Lord willing, this is edifying. Right? Lord willing, brothers and sisters got the understanding thereof. Continue to do all that you can do to magnify the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Continue to love your brothers in this thing. Right? Love your sisters. Right? And I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And I want to give a mighty shalom to the mighty Akwam. Salaki, the mighty Akwaf. Wa Akyam. Shalom, Yasha Allah.